Today I'm going to be replacing my oil cooler on my 2019 Road Glide Special. Same procedure for, most touring bikes. Reason is I had a rock hit or something, debris or something, put a hole in it up front. Luckily I made this little screen up here because this doesn't, it's the fairing here, lower fairing, it doesn't come, it's open right here, so I made a screen to kind of help any debris from damaging that. For the most part it does all right, but I guess it hit hard enough that it put a hole in it, and I noticed it because I had a leak right there. So let's get started on this project. First thing I'm going to do, your bike may be different. I've already got it on a flat jack just to help so that I could turn my wheel around, get to things, but you can do it on a kickstand if you don't have anything else. I'm going to remove my Centaur crash bar, unplug my lights because I've got it run through the bar. I'm going to pull the lower fairing off on both sides, get this off so that I can get in there and be able to access the oil cooler. And the part I'm going to be replacing it with is this right here, about the complete unit. There's the part number on that. Really, I only need the oil cooler, but I could not get it available around here without ordering it. I do want to fix it right away, so I ordered the complete unit because one of the dealerships in the area did have the whole thing, and that's my best option right now, other than ordering it and waiting for it to come in. There are several types of these configurations. If you have just a stock oil cooler in there and you want to add just a fan, they do have a fan that has no mounts on it, such as this one, that you can add to it, and then you have your bike flash so that your system knows that there is a fan installed and it begins to work. Now I got the fairing off, my crash bar off. Here's the radiator, the hole's right in here. That's where it's leaking. Now I'm gonna undo the bracket down here. There's two bolts down there that will help get that off. You got a hose here, and you got a short hose here, which I have new ones that are in the kit, and I will get those off. The brackets you're going to be undoing are these two right here. Bolts on each side. These have grommets in it so that the lower radiator cover or cooler cover there just fits into that, and it holds these grommets right here. All right, I'm going to get taking that off. Okay, make sure you get an oil pan down there because you will leave a little bit of a mess. I'll pull this line off too because I do have a new one in the kit. And here it is. Here's my new lines right here. So you get a new one of these. The plug for this is, I don't know if I can get it off, let me see. Is right here. It's already on your bike. So if you buy the upgrade kit, all you got to do is just buy it and plug it in. But you do need, the first time you have it mounted and added to your bike, you do need to have it flashed. Take it to the dealer and they'll take care of it for you to tell the system that you now have an oil cooler so it operates. But this one here is a modified stock one I bought a stock one because it was cheaper, but I didn't realize that the mounts for this unit, which I have originally, all the mounts for the cooler onto the bike are all on the plastic housing for the fan. Stock bike, you don't have a fan, so all the mounts are on the cooler. And which I'll show you as soon as I take this apart. Okay, got the fan separated. See, the mounts for the this unit are mounted. They're all on the bracket. You got the upper mount. This clips onto the side tubes, and here's your bottom holes, which hold your lower cover. Now this is a stock radiator, or the cooler, and as you can see, I cut the pieces off so that it would fit. Right here I cut this off, which is this piece, because I didn't realize that, well, this has got mounts, this has got mounts, well, you can't put them both on. So I cut these off the aluminum part here. You be careful so you don't nick anything. But that was a cheap option back then. That by itself, it's not very expensive, about a couple $100. This here's almost twice. But I needed it, so I had to buy the whole unit again. But there's nothing wrong with this fan, so I will save this fan for a spare. And I think I even have another one around here somewhere. But I'm gonna install the whole thing. Got new hoses. So I'm gonna take this long hose off now and reinstall the fan. All right, I pulled the hose off camera. Just had a clamp right here. This is how it all goes together. You do have instructions on this. This is the hose I pulled off. And it is, let me pull the towel out, I want it. This right here. You could pull this plug off for your pressure. But it's that little nipple on the back side of that. So you just unplug this and get it out of your way so you can get in there. I will put the hose on first thing so it's hanging out here, and then I can connect everything. And the first thing you're going to want to do when you put this on is connect this piece here. It goes up actually in the bracket right there. Just slides in and drops down, and that's what holds the top of it. Then your bottom are right here on each side. So I'll clean up these threads, get it all clean, wipe it all down since it's got a little oil on it, and start to put it back together. Okay, I got the hose back in there. The straight side goes all the way up into the nipple. This is probably the best way to put your hose clamp with the piece on top, because otherwise, well, I guess you want to reach under there and do it. Don't forget to plug this back in, but I'm going to leave that loose so that I could get this. Once all the hoses are connected, then I'll go back and I'll tighten up all the hose clamps in case I have to twist this a little bit to make it fit the cooler. I've still got to clean up my holes. I'm going to run a not a tap, but I've got a thread chaser in there that cleans out the thread. So I'll clean that up and get rid of some of this oil down here and get to putting it back together. All right, you want to kind of prep this before you put it on. Comes with new grommets. They got a small side and a big side. The big flat side is on the face. So put these in. And that's what's going to hold your lower cover, or only cover if you don't have the lower fairing, if you just got the thing. So it should look like this. Small on the back side. It's on the big side. So this is ready to put in. I got my hoses sitting on there. I'm going to slide the hose clamps on and put the hose clamps on and put the oil cooler on. Okay, I got the oil cooler on. I slid the upper mount into the slot, and that's what holds it at this angle. I got my hoses on, but my hose clamps are not tightened yet. That one's not tightened yet. I don't have the pressure switch plugged in. Here on the other side, I got my hoses run. All my clamps are still loose. I will do those at the end. I'm going to move this around to a better spot. Rubbing up against my frame, I don't want no vibration. My grommets are in. The plug is plugged in. If you're installing this for the first time or adding a fan, there's probably a plug that's, I don't remember, but there's more likely there's a dead end plug that's in the end of that plug that's on the frame in there. Just pull it out and then plug in your fan when you add it. I'm replacing it because mine was damaged right here, but if you're adding this for the first time, it's kind of the same procedure. Mine's already been flashed, so there's no big deal. If it's first time installation for you, you're gonna need to take it to the dealer. They'll plug it into the digital assistant and tell the bike that, hey, I got a fan. I can stay cooler now. All right, I'm gonna get back to tightening these down. I believe it's 96 to 120 inch-pounds for these 2 bolts. I've got ARPs in here. I don't remember what they were stock. They're either Torx or Allen. But I'm gonna tighten those up right now and get on with this installation. Okay, I got it all tightened up. I got the hose clamps tight. I got my pressure switch plug back in. It is completed. If you've got the stock oil cooler cover, put that on. I've got the, well, it's the type that came on the CVOs back in 2019, 2020 and stuff. I'm gonna put that on, and I'm almost finished. Okay, I got the fairing on. I have the Santoro engine guard. So these are kind of useless because the bracket's right here. So I just stuck some bolts in here just to fill the holes. If you have the chopped engine guard or the stock one, they've usually got a little strap that bolts right here. I don't use that. I just put something in there. But now I'm going to put the crash bar on, the engine guard. Put a little bit of Loctite on the bolts. You got the 2 bigger ones. If you have the Santoro, the thinner spacer goes on the right side. The thicker one goes on the left side. I got my plugs up in here, and then after that, and then the installation is complete. If you want, you could start it up ahead of time before you put all this on and check for leaks and stuff. I didn't do that, but that's all right. If it leaks, I'll fix it. It shouldn't leak. It doesn't look like it's going to leak. I mean, I'm just replacing basically the cooler had a hole in it, so I just put a new one in. All right, let's get on with the engine guard. Well, there you go. It's all done. Got everything back together. I have to adjust that. Oh, I got to tighten that bolt there. But there it is. Got my hose clamp on. Got my pressure switch back in. Hose clamp there is is all done. Got the crash bar back in. I got my plugs for my lights back in. It's all back together. Brand new radiator, new fan. We could test the fan function. I did a short on this. Turn the switch on. Don't start it. Roll the throttle back. Wait a few seconds. New fan is on, so I know it's working. Turn the power off. And it's ready to go. It goes back into normal mode. So when it reaches a certain temp, it kicks in, cools your oil. And that's what all there is really to either replacing the radiator or the cooler. Replacing the cooler or adding the upgrade with the cooler with the fan to keep your bike cooler. And have a safe one out there.